Hello, it's Ioana
and Jalpa from Bayut Academy.
Every week we host new and experienced agents in our D3 training facility. You may have heard about Bayut Academy, but wondered, what is it that we do?
We train on best practices, and one best practice that is essential to perfect is overcoming objections. Let's take a look at how we do this at Bayut Academy through a role play activity.
So we will be focusing on common reflex objections agents may hear. So let's define what a reflex objection is. It is an automatic response that is similar to autopilot. They are often not real objections, but kind of sound like it. Things like, we're just getting information, or we're not interested. So let's take a look at some common reflex objections and how the majority of the agents might respond. Jalpa will play the agent and I will role play the client.
When would you like to set up a viewing?
Well, you know what? We're just looking at the moment.
Okay, call me back when you're ready. This house is everything you're looking for. The price is right, the location is right, and it's just been remodeled. Would you like to make an offer?
I think we're just gonna wait.
Okay, call me back when you're ready. Yes, this property is currently available and it's priced at 1 million dirhams, which is very, very competitive for the current market.
But you know what? Right now we've just started looking.
Okay, if you want to see some more properties, just call me back.
Okay. So these type of objections are, generally speaking, just reflex responses. Many agents go right into either fight or flight mode. Here, Jalpa demonstrated flight mode. She just gave up. Fight mode, on the other hand, is just that. It sounds like arguing, but remember, you can never argue a client into doing what you want. To help prevent you from ever saying to a client things like, well, call me back, we are going to introduce you to a framework we use at Bayut Academy called APAC, which stands for Acknowledge, Probe, Address, and Confirm.
For now, we're only focusing on the first two steps, acknowledge and probe. Acknowledging is so important because it allows the customer to feel heard. Probing allows you to get more information through listening what is really going on with them. Let's look at the previous objections we heard, and now we will acknowledge the objection and probe for a bit more information or understanding of what is going on with the client. When would you like to set up a viewing?
You know what? We're just looking at the moment.
A lot of people are, especially in the current market. Just out of curiosity, what made you call about this particular property?
Well, I've been renting this building for long and I've always wanted to buy, so I think it's the right time.
Why does this work? 1, we acknowledged that we heard the client. And 2, we probed for more information, and we can clearly see here this client is actually interested. Had we said call me back, we would have lost the client. This house is everything you're looking for. The price is right, the location is right, and it's just been recently remodeled. Would you like to make an offer?
Well, I think we're just gonna wait for a moment.
I see. I understand buying a property is a very big decision, but can I ask you, what is it that's concerning you?
Well, with everything that's going on, I'm just worried what will happen if I lose my job and I'm tied to a mortgage.
Again, because we acknowledged what the client said, she likely felt a bit more relaxed. And through probing, we see that the issue isn't that she wants to wait, but she has questions that have not been answered. Had we simply asked her to call back when she was ready, we would have essentially thrown the lead away.
Frameworks like APAC are great for anticipating and responding to common objections, and we recommend keeping track of the most common reflex objections you hear and role-playing responses focusing on first, acknowledge, and second, probe. This rapid-fire role-play is just a tiny snippet of a larger session around objection handling. If you're looking to improve your objection handling skills, sign up for the full session, which is part of a workshop called Help, I'm New to Sales. So if you want to know more, click on the link below and download our full guide on overcoming objections for real estate agents.
Thank you, and see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.
Hi there, I'm Ioana.
And I'm Patricia. We are trainers here at Bayut Academy.
In today's video, we are going to dive into the basics of phone skills by talking about inbound calls.
An inbound call means that the client is initiating the conversation, showing interest in real estate. Under no circumstance do you want to throw this lead away.
Absolutely. What we want to emphasize in this video is making the most of an inbound phone call by asking the right questions. Remember, who controls the conversation? It's the person asking the questions. We've heard a lot of real estate phone calls, and we are here to share 3 questions which you should never ask while talking to your inbound lead for the first time.
That's right. A big part of mastering inbound calls is asking quality questions. And by quality, we mean questions that help you gather as much information as possible from the client.
Let's talk about the very first question you should never ask. Can I get the reference number?
How does this question make you feel, Ioana?
Well, I feel like the agent is being pushy and doesn't really care about what my requirements are.
Absolutely. Instead, we recommend asking something like, what exactly are you looking for? This encourages the client to open up and explain their requirements, helping you understand how best to assist them. Now, the second question to avoid is this cash or mortgage.
How does that make you feel, Patricia?
I feel caught off guard, like the agent doesn't care about the property I'm looking for. They just want to know how much money they can make from me.
And that's right. Instead, we recommend asking, has anyone walked you through the mortgage process? Should you be taking out a loan? This shows you're willing to help with financing and demonstrates your understanding of the mortgage process. And now our third and final question to avoid, when are you looking to move?
Ioana, how does this one make you feel?
Well, I feel pressured because I was simply calling to get pricing information. Maybe I don't even know about my moving dates yet. And I feel like this agent isn't going to work with me if I'm not moving in soon.
Absolutely. Instead of asking about move dates, we suggest asking, what's motivating your move? Is there a specific timeline you have in mind? This allows the client to feel like they are in control and also gives you more insight into what prompted them to look for real estate.
And there you have it. Those are 3 questions you should never ask in an inbound call. They come across far too aggressive and give you little to no meaningful information about the client's needs and wants.
And that is how you can make the most of an inbound phone call. If you're interested in learning more about phone skills, join us for Phone Skills for New Agents at Bayut Academy, or check out the many resources we have on our agent portal.
See you in our next video.
Hello, this is Jalpa.
And Diana.
We're from Bayut Academy.
So Jalpa, let's talk about buyers in real estate. How do I connect with them and how do I better understand them?
Well, Ioana, no 2 buyers are the same. While their requirements can be very similar to each other, their needs, their thought processes and the touch points that lead them to make a purchase decision in real estate are very unique. And understanding all of this comes down to one thing, which is psychology.
So in this video, we will go through the different types of buyers and how to sell to each one of them. So to set the record straight, the first thing that we need to understand is that buying property is one of the most complex purchases an individual will make in their lifetime. Simply because, number 1, real estate is an expensive asset. 2, it is a long-term commitment. 3, taking a mortgage can be stressful for experts. And last, there is sometimes inconsistency of information. So let's move on now and see the different types of buyers.
Very broadly, buyers are classified into 3 categories: spendthrifts, average spenders, and savers. First, we start with spendthrifts. These are buyers who are indulgent in nature. They're often restless when it comes to spending money, and they have the tendency to make purchase decisions based on emotions. For example, if your client says, "This reminds me exactly of my grandmother's house," they're more focused on their emotional connection with the property rather than its price. To sell to this type of a buyer, we recommend tapping into buyers' emotions and highlighting unique property features that help them make a decision.
Next, we have the average spenders. Average spenders represent the majority of the market. They are buyers who have meticulously planned budgets and are heavily influenced by facts and data. They also carefully consider the value proposition and features a property offers against its price before they make any decision. An example here would be a client who says, I've been renting in the UAE for the past 15 years and I'm now looking to purchase my first home. To sell to this type of buyer, create a balance between price and features and help your clients overcome any fears related to the purchase process.
As the title suggests, savers are buyers who love to save money. They are non-indulgent in nature and have a very, very firm expectation on cost. For example, a client who says, I'm only looking for distressed deals. These are our savers. To sell to this type of a buyer, support your points with data and highlight the value for money a deal offers.
So real estate buyers can belong to any of these three categories. To help understand which type of buyer represents your client, ask questions, get to know them, their lifestyle, and take in as much information as you can to deliver the best service. Based on their response, you will be able to identify which buyer category they belong to. Once you have identified this, you can outline a sales strategy which makes the buyer most comfortable.
A lot of real estate agents make assumptions about clients based on their appearances, their tastes, and their estimated income levels. This is an incorrect way to gauge their buying behavior. We want to emphasize that income level or spending habits have absolutely no correlation to clients' real estate buying behavior.
So, if you would like to dive more into this topic and engage in some fun activities, join us at Bayut Academy. So click the link on the description to register for our upcoming sessions, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to take your real estate business to the next level. Bye!
Hi there! Are you a new agent looking to enhance your phone skills and make successful outbound calls? Well, you're in luck. Here's a snippet from our session at Bayut Academy, Phone Skills for New Agents. Today, we'll be diving into the art of effectively starting an outbound call in 4 easy steps. In this scenario, we are making an outbound call to a client who has emailed us asking for more information about 2 bedrooms at Emaar Beachfront. So, let's get started. The first step is grab their attention. Picture this. You're about to make a call. How are you going to grab the attention of the person you're calling as soon as they pick up? Start by having a positive tone and using their name. Everyone likes being called by their name. Hi, Tom. Step 2 is to state who you are. Now that you've got their attention, it's time to introduce yourself. Make sure to clearly state who you are by introducing your name and the agency you work with. This sounds like, Hi Tom, this is Iana from X-Y&Z Real Estate. Now on to step 3. Clearly state your purpose. Once you've introduced yourself, let the prospects know the purpose of your call. Be concise and to the point. Hi Tom, it's Iana from X-Y&Z Real Estate. I'm calling to talk about the new build at Emaar Beachfront. You submitted a request for information on 2-bedroom units. And now the final step. The final step is to ask for what you want. After explaining your purpose, it's time to act on what you want to achieve from the call. It may be a viewing, a meeting, or sending over some paperwork. Hi Tom, it's Iana from X-Y&Z Real Estate. I'm calling to talk about the new builds at Emaar Beachfront. You submitted a request for information on 2-bedroom units. I'd love to set up a meeting if you want to talk about this over some coffee. And there you have it. Follow these 4 simple steps to effectively start an outbound call, and you will be on your way to success in no time. Remember, in the world of real estate, a great phone call can lead to incredible opportunities, so don't miss out. And if you're eager to learn more valuable tips and tricks like these, visit our content corner where we have various articles around all things related to UAE real estate. And you can also join us for a session at Bayut Academy by registering at bayut.com/academy. That's all for now, so see you in our next video.
Hello, this is Jalpa
And Diana.
We're from Bayut Academy. In today's video, we will discuss customer service in real estate and how to deliver stellar customer service for your clients.
Now, during our sessions, we emphasize the importance of creating value for your clients. Why? because most agents focus on real estate knowledge and just leave it on that. At Bayut Academy, we are big fans of Ron Kaufman, who is the world's leading educator and motivator on customer service and a New York Times best-selling author. He defines customer service as taking action to provide value.
But in order to be able to do that, you first need to determine what standard of customer service you currently provide. One concept we talk about at our session, Customer Service to Win the Real Estate Game, is Ron's 6th level of service. Let's go through this together and see in which of the following 6 levels your customer service fits into.
The first level is criminal service. Criminal service is really bad. It violates even the minimum expectation a client holds. It's that kind of service that your clients will remember never to use again and are angry enough not only to write about it on social media, but to even call you and complain. Not to mention they're never coming back. Not picking up clients' phone calls, or even worse, not showing up for a property viewing, are 2 examples that would perfectly fall under this category.
The second level is basic service. Now that's a tricky one. Why? Because it's not just an okay service. In reality, it is disappointing service. It's the point of frustration that can turn into anger. Yet, once the incident is over, the client is not disappointed enough to complain. But they will tell their friends and they will remember not to call you again. 2 examples of this can be when agents say things like the keys under the doormat or the apartment is open. You can view it yourself.
The third level is expected service. This is nothing special. It's just average or the usual. It's things like picking up the client and take them to view multiple properties. Now, have you provided your client with a wow experience by doing this? I'm afraid not. If you do the usual, ask yourself this: will the client come back to you? Unfortunately, only if no better option exists.
On number 4, we have desired service, which is what your customers hope for and prefer. They'll do business with you again because you do things for them just the way they like it. Do your clients like it when you work with other agents to source the right inventory? Yes. Or when you share last sold transaction data? Of course they like it. This is what they desire. While this level sounds good, the next 2 levels are what you should actually be aiming for.
Level 5 is surprising service. It is something special, like an unexpected housewarming gift. Or when you pick your clients up, offering them a bottle of cold water or juice from the cooler in the back seat of your car. Actions like these give your clients much more than they expected. They make you a realtor that clients enjoy working with and will come back again and again.
On the top of the customer service ladder, we have unbelievable service, which is astonishingly fantastic. This is the level of service your clients cannot forget, the experience they will tell all their friends about. So now we have a challenge for you. Think about how you can deliver service that is truly unbelievable. This is what will give you repeat clients.
Now that we've covered the 6 levels of customer service, here's a pro tip from Ron Kaufman. Each level of service is just like a step in a staircase. Real estate agents that truly understand the power of great service are continuously looking for ways to climb to the next level. But be careful because it's bumpy. Why? Think of it this way. Each level is consistently sliding downward because your competitors are also working to raise their service. One day you offer surprising service, but the next day every other realtor is doing the same thing. Oops, you just slide down to desired. Wait for another day and oops, you just failed to expect it. Next thing you know, you find yourself lying in the dust.
So where does your customer service stand today? How can you take it to the next level? Well, click on the link below and join our customer service course to learn more. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Hi there, this is Ioana from Bayut Academy, and today I'm going to talk to you about lead qualification, a process which helps you identify serious and motivated clients and saves you time. So let's start with the basics. What is lead qualification? Lead qualification is when you gather information about your leads to evaluate their desire, ability, and willingness to buy or sell. A common practice to carry out lead qualification is to follow a checklist. With this,
You can ask questions in a strategic order to gain insight into which of your leads have the most potential and where you should be focusing your time to arrive at a conversion. So let's get down to business. At Bayut Academy, we use a 6-step qualification checklist. Let me walk you through it. The first step is to ask about location. If you're a real estate agent specializing in Dubai Hills Estate, you don't want to use your time catering to leads looking to buy a house in Arabian Ranches. This is why location is the first lead qualification factor in the checklist. Ideally, you want to focus on leads from your niche. So, when you first get a call from a real estate lead, ask questions like, how well do you know the community you have inquired for? Or, have you seen anything already that you have liked or disliked? The second step is to understand the reason behind your lead's inquiry. Are they first-time home buyers? Are they buying for capital growth or for holiday home investment? A great way to get this information is by saying, what brought you to the decision of buying a property? Now on to step 3, your lead's preferences. Now, preferences may include the type of property, number of bedrooms and bathrooms, type of flooring, and other amenities they are looking for. Qualified leads in real estate will give a detailed description of their ideal home. This makes your job of matching them with the right property in your inventory much easier. You can learn a lot about your client's requirements by asking simple questions like, are you aware of the different types of properties in the community? Or is there anything specific you're looking for? Step 4 is budget. This is a big indicator of qualified leads in real estate. Asking about this helps you know how much your lead can afford and what they are willing to spend. Now, you don't want to come across as very direct and abrupt, for example, by just asking, what's your budget? On the contrary, questions like, what price points are you looking at? Or are you aware of the current market trends? Helps the client feel more at ease before opening up about their finances. Now, let's move on to step 5, the timeline. Successful real estate agents know how long their sales cycle will take from the very first inquiry to finally closing the deal. Asking your leads about their timeline helps you comprehend what stage of the sales journey your client is at and how you can craft a strategy to suit their needs. To qualify your lead's timeline, you can ask, how long have you been looking for? Or how soon do you want to move in? The more precise your lead's timeline is, the more qualified they are. If you've gotten this far with a lead, you already have someone who's pretty qualified. The final step in our checklist is the viewing. This involves arranging a time and a place to meet your lead and show them properties to help them move forward with their decision. Asking, how soon are you available to view? Or when would you like to see the property? Helps you do exactly just this. Qualified leads will want to arrange a viewing in the coming days, whereas less qualified leads may brush off the idea of meeting for a viewing. And that brings us to the end of this video. This checklist comes from our session at Bayut Academy called All About Leads, where we go through lead generation, qualification, nurturing, and follow-up. Learn more about this essential topic by registering for a workshop at bayut.com/academy or checking out the many resources on our agent portal. See you!